shit see. Six, we like this shit, see. We get jacked so quick. Jack with a gentleman ass on that bitch. Stir up and this nigga soul. 666, we love this shit. See, we get jacked so quick. Jack with a gentleman ass on that bitch. Stir up and this nigga soul. 666, we love this shit.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to Speed.
Contest to Speed.
Contest of Speed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Contest of Speed. We are here for round 5 in Portimao, Portugal, for the Portuguese Grand Prix. This is a very interesting track, not been on the calendar for a couple seasons. It was part of the COVID season, but we're back here in Contest of Speed after a crazy week last week in Brazil. We had one of the all-time best races that I've ever witnessed, I can't lie, and my co-commentator tonight unfortunately was not there last week to witness it with us, but he is here tonight. Sean Boy, welcome back to the booth. How are we doing, sir?
Doing great. I'm very glad to be back. I'm super sad I missed last week, but you know, things happen, I guess.
Things do in fact happen, but we're glad to have you back, dude. Here for round 5. Got your work week off. We're here in Portugal. This is what we like to call spicy Barcelona. You know, very similar shape, but just a little bit more interesting of a track. In my personal opinion, you got some elevation changes, not as dreadful. Sean Boy, what's your personal opinion on this guy?
I don't like it.
Don't like it. Don't like it. Okay,
No,
well, there's a couple
no,
tricksy
I.
traction zones, that's for sure, and a couple of tricky areas in this track, so I can understand why you may not be the biggest fan of it, but
Yeah,
all in all,
I haven't put a ton of time into it either to really figure it out enough to go anywhere with it. So
th-
this is always crash and
this is a track that you won at a couple seasons ago in preseason. Do I have to remind you?
yeah, you do. I have a bad memory.
I don't know this track. I hate it. Man is literally a race winner here. A couple seasons ago, I think that was season. What was the second season? Season 12. That's when we took our second championship season. So you took the dub here in preseason.
Yeah, man likes to drop that in there too. We did take the championship there. I think you took the overall, didn't you there that year?
Yeah, yeah. Season 12, season 11. Good seasons for me, but we're watching Red Arrow now in the Haas. Looking to take that team back to the top. We see Noah setting the first fastest lap, 1:18 in the Williams. Red Arrow looking to bounce back in the championship, and he is sitting in the provisional pole after his first attempt. Already 4 minutes gone in qualifying. The qualifying is going very quickly here, but uh, Red Arrow, like I said, he won the first race and has kind of died out a little bit since then, but I know that he has it in him to have a good performance here. I had some couple good battles with him in Portugal. That race I mentioned that Sean Boy took the win at. I remember battling him and his teammate in the Aston Martin at the time. So we'll jump on board again with Soul Flat Top. He jumps into P4 with a 1:18.5 just behind Noah. Soul Flat Top, one of the other new drivers this season. Noah, one of the new drivers overall. He's a reserve driver jumping in. Good to see a couple of reserve drivers getting a chance tonight. I think we have 3 reserve drivers in, so we'll see how that shakes everything up. But your top 3 at the championship, I believe it's going to be M1K after last week's performance. We need to talk about this. He's on his L lap right now, and what better time to talk about the Haas driver than now? Kind of had a weird one in Miami where he took his quote unquote first win, but didn't really get to enjoy it to its full extent. We had a bit of a safety car glitch, only half points being rewarded, and I'm sure he was quite disappointed by that because he did finish out the race to take the win, and he was leading the race when we called the end of the results. So he still won the race, but kind of not the way I'm sure he would have liked to. Followed up to next week, he is lap 34 out of 36 in last place, but the only one on intermediate tires out of everybody in the field. Everybody else on slick tires, and he managed to overtake 15 cars in 2 laps to take his second win, but his first win that he can really enjoy, and what a win to have, Sean Boy. Nothing that I've seen like it. I mean, I've had a couple gambles on wet weather myself, but nothing quite to that extent. It was one that you missed out on. What can we expect tonight in Portugal? Or is any weather kind of is this track historically known for weather?
I honestly, I'm not sure what the weather's like in Portugal, so I don't know. May see rain.
We've only had a few races here historically. Like, this is not a super popular track in terms of league racing. Let's see what M1K will do coming across the line now. Managed to go just half a tenth quicker than DK Nortec, and there's some of your regular contenders that we're seeing in the top side of the championship. Also, Meta Kestrel, he's in that fight as well. Unfortunately, I switched scenes, so I can't pull up the championship until we go to qualifying, as long as I remember. But we will take a look at the championship before we get going. And Meta is quietly joining that championship fight. It is getting a little bit closer now. I noticed have some Orlando fans in the chat. He's unfortunately lost the championship lead as of this past week. M1K taking the championship lead. Couple people taking penalties last week. I think Meta Kestrel was actually one of the drivers who did that. He was on the podium and he took a penalty, which promoted Tin Man up to the podium. So, yeah, stewards were busy last week. Obviously, a chaotic race in the rain. When the rain finally came, and it was chaotic before that even happened. People driving through the grass like crazy, blowing up billboards and what have you. And it only got worse when the rain came out. But yeah, here's hoping we have somewhat of the same type of excitement tonight, and hopefully it's more contained on my end. Got a couple drivers on their out laps now that are in that kind of that talk for the front row. Sean Boy, ZZG Speedy, Chipman, Orlando, they're all winding up. It looks like the McLarens are going to be first to start their laps. Electric Entree is returning to the pits down the straight. But let's jump on board with one of the McLarens. Obviously, McLaren taking the Constructors' Championship in real life this past week in the end of the Formula One season. So congratulations to McLaren and all the McLaren fans around the world. But Orlando here, he's going to be taking us through turn number 3 up to turn 4. Really tricky traction zone there. Sean Boy, you said you're not a huge fan of this circuit. Is there any corner that is, you're like, you know what, that's actually kind of fun?
I mean, if you can get through the first, like, turn 1, 2, 3, and 4, if you do it right, it is fairly fun, especially 1 into 2 is pretty quick, so
Yeah,
do it right, it's quite enjoyable. You mess it up and you invalidate lap after lap after lap.
yeah. And that's actually a good
Tough.
good point you bring up as we see Orlando making 2 purple sectors. Track limits could be a huge thing tonight. Um, I think we're going to see quite a few track limits warnings, probably quite a few penalties come out. M1K sets the new fastest lap. It's a 1:17.175. We do have a prediction that's rolling right now, and it's to see if AM2. Oh, Orlando 1:69. We're on board with that lap the whole time. Let's see what his teammate Chipman can do. He's the last one to set a lap. It's P5 as it stands for the Chipster. Oh, and he gets jumped by Speedy, who was the other one that we mentioned could be in that conversation tonight. And yeah, those are what did I say? The typical teams, the typical names you'd expect. Orlando with the McLaren, M1K with Haas. Then we got the Saubers, and then the Haas and the McLaren to round it out. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, it is. That top 6 is just a reverse of each other. You flipped it.
Thank you for the follow, Jason. Awesome gaming. How's it going, dude? Welcome to the chat. Salt says Mercedes redemption tonight. We got more Orlando fans in the chat sounding off as he takes pole position. Like to see that week in, week out. The Orlando fan club and the Chipman fan club representing hard week in, week out. Doing good, Jason. Doing good. We're just watching our Tier 2 Contest of Speed doing their race tonight. Got Portimao on the calendar. 7 minutes left in qualifying. So everybody's first and probably their second runs as well. Starting to get underway. Potentially people looking to use their first set of tires for another banker lap. See if they can improve. Yes, you sure can, Jason, exclamation point Discord in the chat. I'll get that pulled up for you right here. And that'll post a link. Oh, we see C9 Wolf spinning it out. Green sector there for them. But finding the opposite direction there. Nick Ribs jumping into the pits. Who could potentially be on a flying lap, Sean Boy? Who do you think? 7th Flame, a reserve driver?
Possibly. I was actually just checking the Discord, making sure everything was good to go on that end there.
Salt saying C9 just getting his first few practice laps in right now. That's, I mean, we've been there, Sean Boy. We've all been there where qualifying is essentially practice, and you're just trying to figure out what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, a few too many times last season.
Oh, looks like 7th Flame doesn't have their telemetry shared properly, so I'm gonna not know who the heck that is tonight. He's flying through turn 12 now, slightly off the benchmark of Orlando, but they are improving on their time, so definitely a bit of a field gap being the bottom tier of contest speed, but there is kind of that front of the field and then the midfield here. So let's see if he can jump up the midfield. Seventh Flame coming across the line in the Aston Martin. Doesn't manage to jump up too far, but he's P17. Still will be able to fight from there. It's a crazy few corners here, and like you said, track limits is a huge thing. So anybody can find themselves jumping up the order. Jason, if you join that Discord link right there, you can see Cost Formula 1. Join our Discord server and sign up for season 14. I mean, it should say season 15. But click that link, you'll join the Discord, and then there's a few things you got to do in there. But if you message in one of the chats that you're looking to join, someone will help you get signed up. That is not on a competitive lap right now. Neither is Noah. DK probably not on a lap, or is he? He's setting purple sectors. It looks he's just a 10th off of Orlando. Just gonna put some pressure on the McLarens tonight, Sean Boy. What do you think? The Sauber coming through the last corner.
He jumps to P2. You love to see that.
Very, very close. Oh, very, very close to that one. Sauber's looking strong. Haas is looking strong. They've all kind of each had their moment either on or very close to pole position. So looking to see if Red Arrow can potentially jump ahead of Meta now. Him and Chipman have been displaced a little bit on the order here. Be looking to be maintaining those top 6 positions, but that has kind of thrown a wrench in that. Oh, Red Arrow's invalid. Witches on an outlap. Fireball's also on an outlap. Tin Man's on an outlap. Everybody kind of starting to get ready now. We've got 2 minutes and 59 seconds left in qualifying, so not sure what the play is here. Is it a double outlap or what? Seems quite early for these people to be leaving the pits. You can see M1K, Speedy, Meta, a little bit more confident. They're staying in the pit lane right now. Chipman and Orlando, looks like they're starting laps, but Orlando is not on a flyer. He is opting for that double outlap, it looks like. Chipman just coming out of the pits, so potentially, I don't know, he's much further along than I anticipated. Let's see, his McRib pushing. No, he's very, very low on battery. Let's see, Red Arrow must be charging up, getting ready for another attempt as well. Lots of support for Orlando tonight. Love to see it. Love to see people just, sharing the stream with friends and stuff like that, trying to get some support in the chat, and it's good for us. Love to see it. See Red Arrow diving into his final flying lap here. It has to be 1 minute and 32 seconds left. He messes this one up. As long as he's got the fuel, he could go again, but how good would those soft tires be? Not too sure. I know the degradation here must be pretty intense. Isn't this the track that they brought on another compound for? Or one of those? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. You got a better memory than me on those things usually.
Yeah, I noticed that when you didn't even remember that you won a race here, but
Yeah.
McRib retiring from the session in the pits. Red Arrow doesn't look like he's got the best first sector. Maybe backing off here. Yeah, he is. using what he has left in the session to potentially go again. See who can jump on board with M1K. Could be pushing along here. Oh, M1K is getting a little slippery through there. I'm not sure if he's gonna have time to get to the line either. He's got 21 seconds left. Might be the end of his qualifying. I think it is. Chipman might be the next one crossing the line. No, that's Orlando. Orlando is done. He cannot improve. Got next. Him and the Rowdy is not on well, he's on a lap, but he's not the one I was looking for. Fireball. Looks like a Haas has lost it as well. Fireball jumps in the pits. That's the other M1K. Oh, M1K is pulled all the way off to the side. That is J coming through from P10. He's also jumping in the pits. So kind of a buzzkill end to the qualifying here. Nobody really improving. See, DK Nortec stays P2. Chipman jumps up. M1K is not going to improve. Let's see what Speedy can do here. Speedy will always deliver something for us. For Pony, qualifying demon. He seems to be slightly off the pace of Orlando now. He's has 2 yellow sectors, but has he saved up enough battery for the final little run? Didn't look like he was too far down in his personal best. Maybe half a tenth. Needs about that to improve on, to get ahead of Chipman. That's a purple final sector, but it was half a second off of what Orlando managed to do. And yeah, that's kind of a very slow end to qualifying there. Everybody kind of set their best laps early on, despite no rain coming. That is your qualifying order today.
Track just didn't heat up.
Track just did not heat up. You've got your typical 3 constructors at the top, and then Meta as well in the mix. I think Tinman was just behind. So the typical contenders, if the first 4 rounds are anything to go off of, are back at it once again. Got Orlando on pole position by a tenth of DK Nortec. M1K just in close behind Chipman. P4, ZZG Speedy P5, Meta Kestrel P6, Red Arrow P7, Tinman P8, Hysteria P9, and Woodjay P10. That rounds out your top 10 for qualifying. Let's take a moment to take a breather, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.
Welcome back, everyone, to the pit lane here. We're just getting ready for the start of the race. Now is a decent time to take a look at those standings as they stand after round 4. Oh, just kidding. We're getting ready to go. Hope you got good eyes, because that is the standings, and we're green here. And Orlando getting a really good jump off the line. DK Nortec pulling alongside though into turn 1. Oh, Orlando gets pushed wide. M1K is alongside Chipman. Looks like Chipman's gonna fight it off into turn 4 though. DK getting a very solid getaway there. He's up into P1. M1K another Haas way off in the back. That's Red Arrow. Chipman and Speedy's wheel to wheel there. The McLaren and the other Salver, after a decent getaway, the front 6 looks to have settled themselves out. Meta Kestrel is in that top 6, just ahead of Red Arrow. And very good start from the AM2 after last week. We had a wheel coming off after the first turn. So, no safety cars yet. That's a knock on wood. Oh, and the yellow flag has come out for one of the Ferraris. Looks like Electric Entree has lost it. Oh no, I spoke too soon. No safety car, but he managed to get that Ferrari going again after the yellow flag. DK Nortec now on the medium tire. Let's see what kind of straight line speed he has. He's going to have Orlando tucked in right behind him. What a start we've had, Sean Boy.
Great start. I mean, I guess I missed the Havoc last week, but it's been pretty clean every race that I've saw so far this season.
They're saving their best behavior for Sean Boy, apparently, and then you can see a bit of a weather forecast on the screen. Clouds in the air, but no rain expected. So that's gonna. Oh, M1K is ghosted. He's managed to keep that position, but Speedy is wheel to wheel with Chimmin momentarily. Like I said, there's clouds in the air, no rain expected as of right now. That can all change. We had a very exciting finish to last week, courtesy of some rain. Let's see what happens tonight. Back further in the field, looks like C9 Wolf is. Oh no! C9 Wolf is off the track with one of the Williams there. Not sure who that is because it says player. Who's in P16, Sean Boy?
That is Noah Modestino.
Oh, Noah and C9 Wolf getting together there. I was looked like they were trading positions, so I wanted to switch back, and just not ideal timing on that one for the Mercedes driver. DK Nortec setting another fastest lap. DRS is enabled now though. Orlando looks to have a bit of a look, but he doesn't make the move. Now Speedy is just behind this top 3, so but he's still staying pretty close. Even Red Arrow all the way down there to Tin Man. P9 still in this main train. Oh, Tin Man getting a little loose there in the Red Bull. DRS is open now. See the Alpine and the Mercedes behind him. Wiche and AO battling it out. Coming down. Here we go into the hairpin. Number 5 is a decent move from AO there. He's not done yet. Oh, sorry, that was a decent move from Wiche. And he manages to get that move to stick. Mercedes just outside of the points right now, but Soul flat top AO really pressuring Wiche. Orlando is keeping it calm as it stands. He's got the medium tires on. Meta Kestrel Hysteria on the sauce. Red Arrow is on the hards. That could be why he's struggling slightly more. And now I think we're going to have a change for the lead. DK Nortec under some pressure. There goes Orlando into P1. That's going to bring M1K closer into this fight. DRS swap there from the leaders. Here with Chipman. Oh, he almost clobbers the rear of the Sauber there. Speedy almost got a rear full of Mercedes or McLaren front wing.
That was very close.
Very close. Chipman has a great view of this fight. Could track limits be big consideration as we go further into this race? Only lap 4. See, they're playing nice right now, but that could all change. missed the overtake. We got it. We got it. You missed the overtake. Oh. Oh, that's probably what you meant. I'm sorry you missed the overtake. But Orlando, your boy is in P1. That's something to celebrate. M1K is harvesting some battery. Is he gonna go for a move? He's not. Doesn't look like he harvested for a second to launch it down the straight. Oh, he's off the track there, extending the limits. Race control, having a look at that. My bad, Apex. My bad. Orlando, since taking the lead, has comfortably managing this half a second gap. Obviously, anytime you're within a second of an opponent behind you, not super comfortable, but he looks like he's just chilling, just taking care of the battery, not really under too much pressure from DK. DK is under much more pressure from M1K behind. You go to the final sections of the track, turn 15. DK has a really solid top speed, it looks like, because he is pulling away on the straight while both these drivers have DRS. And I would argue that M1K having a stronger slipstream. Oh, Ferrari trying to get out of the way of these drivers ahead. And M1K has a run. Found a window on DK Nortec. He's jumped in the lead, and the Saubers are in 3 and 4 right now, occupying that second row. M1K is gonna try to put that high downforce setup to use now. Try to close in that gap to Orlando ahead to be 1 second. And those are your two championship contenders at the front right now. Orlando sitting in P2 in the championship. M1K leading the championship right now. And what better race to have than the two championship contenders going to battle? Obviously, would love to see some more of these drivers give these guys a harder time. And look at this, looks like Speedy getting ahead of DK into the final corner, but he doesn't have the DRS. DK is going to fling ahead, and there goes Chipman on the inside of Speedy. Oh no, the Saubers maybe making a slight mistake there for DK, which slowed them down, but I'm not sure how Speedy managed to get through in the third sector. Speedy looking for a way through. Oh, no way, a little bit of contact. Flag. I think both Ferraris having a bit of a time right now. I think Phage Race is actually retired and his car has come out of the pits. Speedy is all over the rear of Chipman here. Ever since he lost that position down the straight, it looks like he's really looking aggressive. Could that be a sign of his higher downforce? Potentially not able to make the inroads on the straight, but he has a huge advantage. Oh, but no. Chipman doesn't have DRS to DK ahead, all his battling. Oh, he does have DRS. Oh my goodness, I am so confused. How is he so slow at the start but so fast at the end? That is crazy. I have no idea how he held that off. It looked like the CBD had that in the bag. Entree taking the creative route, getting a 10-second penalty for that. Scenic route.
Yeah, the jump to 10-second penalties in this game versus the last one is tough.
Yep. Here goes M1K on the attack of Orlando for the lead of the race. On the inside of turn 1, he has that move done. But is this fight over yet? I don't think so. Orlando is sticking to the rear of the Haas. These guys are going to battle it out all night, it seems, and that fight is going to take everybody else into the equation. M1K looking really strong a couple seasons ago, really strong in qualifying. Not always the most consistent in the race. Often incidents, mistakes, and just bad luck happening, but it looks like they've figured it out now. They're absolutely cruising, leading the front of the field for the 3rd race in a row in the conversation, just as much as Orlando, and he's having to slow down just to not hit the rear of M1K in the turn 14 there. Now through turn 15 we go. Orlando pulling to the left, M1K opting to defend this move a little bit, but Orlando always had the speed there with the DRS going into turn 1. Orlando is back in the lead of round 5. Championship lead swinging back and forth every lap you go. DK Nortec trying to hold off Chipman. Chipman has the run on the outside going into the hairpin, turn 5. Chipman around the outside of turn 5. That is a beautiful move by the McLaren driver there.
Not an easy spot to go around the outside, that's for sure.
Not an easy spot, but he makes it work, both on the same compound tire, same tire age. To Chipman finding just a bit more grip, and Electric Andre saying absolutely awful. He's out of the race. Ferrari out of the race. Fred Vasseur just throwing pizzas at the wall right now. He's an angry, he's not Italian, but he works for an Italian team. He's an angry Italian team manager. Orlando's pieced out from M1K here, as we were talking. 1.6 seconds, Orlando fastest lap. He is laying the hammer down. You can see there his teammate going around the outside in the replay. Oh, DK having a bit of a look on Chipman. Chipman's not on the ideal line going up through turn 4, but Speedy might have a bit of a run on his teammate as well. He's opting to stay behind. DK is throwing a bit of a move here. Oh, is there enough room? Chipman leaves the space there for his aggressor. Very smart racing there from Chipman. Just leaving the extra space when he saw the Sauber coming in. Although, may be a question of whether he deserved it or not. Chipman opting to give him a bit of space there, and wisely saving both their races. So, really smart move there. See, he's really on his toes, but who else is on their toes? Because Orlando is piecing out of this race. He's pulled a decent margin to M1K, but that gap hasn't extended since the 1.5 opened up. Must have been a slight mistake for M1K, which separated them. He's looking to close back in here. 1.4 seconds between M1K and Orlando, and M1K and Chipman. So top 3 slightly spreading out. The Sauber is still pressuring Chipman though. Metakestrel is also quietly in the mix here, even on the soft tire. He's not finding too much wear. Tinman and P7 on the mediums. There was lost a bit of ground on the hards, but race could slowly come back to him here. We're just past that 3rd distance, so
It is about that time we may see some people start to pit.
Pit lane could be
Not,
rumbling.
yeah, I'm not sure what the pit window is here. Not sure if we have our pit guy in the chat here tonight.
I don't have a pit stop strategy overlay, so I couldn't tell you. But there we go. We can see Hysteria jumping in on the softs after 13 laps. So potentially mediums. 3 more laps to go here. It's probably where I'd be looking at with a 33 lap race, probably lap 16, 17.
That sounds about right. I think probably what I would do as well.
Maybe 15 if you're really struggling, but let's see. We've got lap 13 of 33. First pit stop starting to happen now. Jump through the field here. Looks like Witch keeping McRib company here for the battle for P10. Starting to see a bit of field spread out here. M1K drifting a little bit further away from the lead of Orlando, and Speedy closing in. M1K. The overlay saying battle for second, striking distances in 2 laps for Speedy, potentially managing those tires slightly better. Actually, you can see the front tires of Speedy wearing slightly more, also the rear. M1K, he's finding more pace. McRib's up 5 places in this race. He's the driver with the most positions gained. Not too much movement throughout the rest of the field. A couple positions here, a couple positions there. Fireball up 4. Noah down 4. Soul down 4. What are we in for here with the 14 laps to go? Pit stop action as we say that. Here we go. Here goes M1K into the pits, trying to pull the undercut. I can't get to it. And there we go. Chip in the pit as well. A nice clean 2.2 second pit stop from McLaren. Wouldn't expect anything less from the championship winners. Well, in real life, not that. Championship still very much up for grabs. It's Orlando.
Chipman just got ahead of M1K.
Oh.
Through the pits. That's crazy. I think M1K went in there first, right?
I think he did. Yeah, that was 100% true. Not sure how M1K lost so many positions there. Maybe issues with the clutch for a Haas. Not good, not good. Let's see what happens.
It's a pretty typical Haas pit stop, I guess.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about Australia a few years back where they had just the worst 2 pit stops of their life. Here we go. Orlando into the pits. Here we go. Speedy in the pits. Meta into the pits. DK staying out. Timmons staying out. Red Arrow obviously staying out on the hards. Got Meta, who was on the softs, also in. On the mediums now. So he went soft mediums. It's going to be 17 laps to go. I feel like he could definitely manage that. Those guys on mediums currently going 16 laps. So see what kind of pace he can pull on the mediums compared to those guys who are now on the hards. ahead. Looks like Orlando and Speedy managing to get ahead of M1K and Chipman, and M1K, mind you, has gotten ahead of Chipman. Fireball left the session. It's flagged out.
We'll see if we can't get him back in here.
Lando gets ahead of DK out of the pits as well, so Lando looks well and clear of all the undercut danger from everybody else. 1K behind as well. It's a 3.7 second gap now, and M1K is going to have some company. Big Speedy looking for a move, but he doesn't have it this time. P1 right now, Red Arrow. I mean, Tin Man getting chased down by Red Arrow. Both these guys yet to pit. Did they update the graphics in this game, or is it just me? It looks really good on this track.
I don't know if they updated graphics, but man, it does have a nice computer to make them look pretty. Like pretty basic here.
They're losing a bit of touch to Tin Man ahead. These guys are hoping for a safety car, I can tell you that. BD getting at M1K. Chipman's just in the distance there. Chasing these two. White, green, and orange. Ireland would love this competition. Green, white, and gold, as they say.
So much publicity for the country right now.
Yep. They're literally in order of it right now. Oh, M1K having a huge moment up the hill, losing a bunch of traction, losing a bunch of time. It's gonna put Jimin on his heels. It's gonna give Speedy some breathing room, who just made the overtake on the previous lap. Red Arrow closing that 0.8 of a second that he lost down the straight last time. Got a yellow flag. All green now though. Don't know what that was for. Is M1K gonna be under some pressure here down the straight? Well, 4.4 seconds of gap here to the net leader Orlando. Wondering how long Tin Man's gonna push these medium tires. So lap 19. He's still going.
Red Arrow has caught the rear of him now on those hard tires. See, Orlando is 12 seconds behind these two, which you're getting a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is detrimental. And looks like these tires are reaching the end of their kind of cycle here. Not too much life left in them. I think Red Arrow's gonna go for the softs.
Absolutely. Red Arrow goes to the sauce every chance he gets.
He's not losing heaps of time to Orlando right now either. Feeling not too bad here, hey? Wonder how much time he's gonna lose here. Let's see. Is Tim Mann gonna jump into the pits? He is. That leaves Red Arrow all out on his lonesome. No more DRS, but also no more dirty air. 11.4 seconds. And 4.6 seconds the gap to Speedy behind. 29 Wolf getting a penalty just outside of the points right now. We've got Meta. Sorry, chasing down the man in the Sauber, DK Nortec. And this pack has been together most of the night tonight. Orlando was part of it, but he stretched his legs, got a great pit sequence, and although the gap was about 1 second previously, it's now up to 4 seconds. So really good pit sequence and middle section of the race for Orlando. Decent bounce back, and does need the points. Slightly behind M1K in the championship, but plenty of rounds left to go. Still one more round left before the Christmas break. Can go into the midway point of the season as leading provisional champion. I don't know what you would call it. Championship leader, I guess. There goes Red Arrow into the pits. Just one lap further than Tin Man did, so wonder what this is going to do to where he filters in compared to the Red Bull. This week's race, much more tame compared to Brazil.
Lots of race left still.
Lots of race left.
Anything could happen here.
But slightly behind Hysteria, and he's got the pressure of AO behind. Keeps that position going into the hairpin. Now for the DRS straight, and he's gone for the mediums. Very interesting. Man is 5 seconds behind P6, but he is managed to lead Hysteria here on the soft tires compared to Hysteria's mediums. I think AO is probably the closest battle on track, and I'm curious to see if AO can make the move. DRS, Red Arrow's soft tires medium tires must be heating up now, so has some decent grip on the fresh ones. Noah getting 3 seconds of time penalties. Inman setting the fastest lap on the softs. Gonna be able to close in for a top 6 finish. AO not having the run. M1K is really close to the Sauber head, but he's kind of in a Sauber sandwich here with DK right behind. And Meta's on the mediums behind compared to these guys. He went for that soft medium strategy. So he's going to have a little bit of an advantage early on, but I'm sure these hards are going to come into play at some point. All depends on the degradation. Just to give Orlando the win so we can all go home.
Hey, he's got 10 laps to go. A lot can happen in 10 laps. I mean, I've spun out from the lead of the race before. I'm not saying that I'm wishing that upon Orlando, but I'm just saying it can happen.
It can happen.
He's got 10 laps of work to do. We're watching for the battle for P2 right now. DRS is open for M1K, DK, Meta. Oh, M1K taking a bit of a peek, but doesn't have the run. Pull fully alongside. A red arrow now sets the fastest lap on the mediums. And that second DRS zone is so short that you can't even really take advantage of it unless you've got a run already coming out of the hairpin. It's not an easy track to overtake on. It's a lot of turning, a lot of fast corners, a lot of elevation changes as well, as you can see going the hill here, back down the hill. That's called Portimao corner. That's turn 12, turn 13. And here we go now, down to turn 14. Semi-oval. Final turn on the track, turn 15. 9 laps to go now. Orlando is comfortably in the lead over the Sauber Speedy, but these guys are not done over the P2 position all the way down to P6, and Tin Man is closing in. He's 2.8 seconds back. He was 4 seconds back earlier. Oh no! Is that Chipman going slightly off the track there? Chipman's speed trap. He is 6th fastest. DK Nortec is the fastest overall. I think the sun's mostly come out now. It's not as cloudy as it was before. And it was continuing to stretch his lead a little bit. There goes 7th Flame with a 30-second time penalty as well. Let's pull those up. See, Meta with 3, Chipman with 6 seconds of time penalties. Red Arrow with 3, so Tin Man is really fighting to get within 3 seconds of Meta. Chipman ahead. I think he's actually got it. 7th Flame's retired, and oh my god!
We have a safety car. Wow.
We have a freaking safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. What is going on? We said you can never count out any absolute chaos happening towards the end of the race, and we're gonna have what, a 5-lapper to finish off this race.
Yep.
These penalties are really gonna come to hurt some of these drivers as well. And like we said earlier on to US 0008, just give Orlando the win so we can all go home. You never know what can happen. You still had 10 laps to go, but 10 laps too long apparently. He's gonna have a little bit more work to do, but he has shown that he has some pretty strong pace. He has pulled out a little bit of a buffer so the pit stop won't hurt as much, and he is deciding to go for it.
Everyone decided to go for it.
I'm sure it's going to be a full soft tire leaderboard coming out here. Tin Man maybe kicking himself a little bit here depending on how many soft tires he saved. Could be potentially on a set of used tires, but I think it's going to be soft tires across the board here Sauber's gonna be hurt by this. I wonder if Chipman got hurt by this at all. Oh, he's waiting to serve a penalty there, it looked like. But that also could have been his pit crew just glitching out because his teammate had pit. So Speedy and Orlando had the first choice to pit out of their team, and DK and Chipman kind of gonna be paying the price a little bit for that. I'm sure Red Arrow did as well. Because look at that. Tin Man is up into P5 on the pit stops just because he had no teammate in front of him.
Crazy. The double stack in this game is just never the play.
Double stack is always painful, and when this kind of situation happens where you just don't have a choice, it just sucks. But you can see Meta, he's on the medium tires, one of the only one in the top 10. Then we got Soul Flat, Noah on the mediums, and C9 on the mediums. So a couple laps to go before we can call green flag and see who the winner could be tonight. But, this is what this race needed, just a little bit of excitement. It's kind of been a slow end of qualifying. It's kind of been a slow bit of a race tonight compared to last week. We need some excitement.
Well, this will absolutely give it to us, I am sure.
It's gonna get me so excited that I gotta get another beer.
Oh, I wish I could be with you, but might go grab a nice glass of chocolate milk maybe before bed here.
I mean, the night is young, sir. We're just getting started.
If only it was here on the East Coast.
For those of you that don't know, Sean Boy and I, we have a 3-hour time difference between one of us, so very different vibes depending on the time of day
Yeah.
and the day of the week. Chalky milk, best milk. It's facts on it.
Absolutely. Got that stocked all the time.
Well, I think maybe next lap. Depends if Noah managed to catch up to the back of the field here. But hey, we got a second. I actually don't think that I can get the standings now. Let me see. Oh, it's on a different scene. Yep, thought so. Okay, well. Safety car not going to be coming in this lap. Noah is a little bit too far away from the field, it looks like. Got one more to go. That means we'll be getting going green on lap 30. 4 laps to go to decide the winner of this race. The only safety car appearance that we've had so far tonight, and we had a few last week or so. Cleaner race overall, but
All could change in these final 4 laps.
yes, all can come undone here. Orlando is hoping that doesn't happen, and it stays all buttoned up. I'll see what kind of jump he can get once the safety car pulls away. And it's all up to him to determine the pace of the field. Looks like Noah's making another pit stop here. Definitely slowing down the pace of the race here. Hopefully he hasn't lost too much time on his 3rd pit stop here tonight, that he can catch up. Let's see. Oh, that was his 4th pit stop. Well, the Williams crew truly earning their money after a treacherous season in real life. You know what? Would have thought that these guys would give him a break, but nope. They just keep him grinding.
Yep, he is still missing that front end plate on the car too. So the pit crew's not doing a very good job.
Obviously, running low on one parts at the Williams factory. It's really nice how realistic F1 league racing is getting. 'Cause even the Williams in this, you can't smash up your car too many times.
Yeah.
But that being said, we're about to go back to green. Get back into it here. Got Orlando leading the field away to start lap 30. See, just jumping on the throttle there into turn 15. He's got a decent gap ahead. He's going to be swerving around. ZZG managing to stay with him to a decent extent. Not going to be under pressure here. Tin Man is trying to hold off of DK behind, who is one of the drivers who lost out because of his teammates was pitting ahead. Red Arrow is going for it. Oh, and there's a collision. Collision with DK and Red Arrow. Both those drivers are ghosted. Manages to get back on a track now. Red Arrow is just trying to hold off AO now. Chipman's getting ahead. A little bit of wheel banging there with him and Hysteria. I know he's a restart. He's settled in right now. M1K is in P3 on the soft tire as well. Meta hanging on decently on the, not the most ideal compound for the final few laps, but he's hanging in there. Tin Man, though, looking really aggressive here. Is he going to be able to make any moves to potentially jump to P4 or the podium? Car is looking, he has a bit more grip, obviously, than the medium tires of Meta ahead. You can see the top two flying now into the final corner. And Orlando really trying to break that toe. Speedy does have a bit of a run, not enough ERS this time. Maybe a bit of frustration in that attempt to break the toe, because Orlando really had this this one sealed. Dale getting his penalty for multiple warnings. Everything looking somewhat controlled back here, except for AO getting a little bit ghosted there. Top taking a penalty. Remember, Chipman has a penalty, Meta has a penalty. The top three do not have penalties though, and Speedy is looking amazing on these fresh tires. Seemed like when the tires started to wear out is when the gap started to form between Orlando and the rest of the field, but Speedy showing that on the fresh tires, he's able to keep up with the pace of Orlando. He's going to have 2 more laps to go here as he crosses the line to defend this. DRS is going to be available for the first time, I believe, this lap. What kind of pace does Speedy have? Coming down the straight, Orlando sets the fastest lap. Speedy closing. Doesn't go for the move though. Oh, almost losing the back end. 1K is slightly drifting away from this fight to take his 3rd race win in a row. Look at that, Tin Man is up in a P4. He gets ahead of Meta Kestrel down the straight there on the soft tire. Chipman is looking to put some pressure on those ahead. Chipman is ahead of DK there into the turn 5. But DK is trying to fight this back into turn 6. Oh! Chipman goes wide, gets another 3-second penalty there. Just taking a bit of evasive action. Afraid of contact there with the other Sauber. We've got shy of 2 laps to go. Sean Boy still to be decided at the front of the field. Who do you got with 2 laps to go, dude?
Oh, I think it was smart for Speedy to hold off even trying to go for that move on the straight stretch last time. He's got the chance now. You make that move, I think he's going to be able to hold him off through the tighter part of the track and get this win.
Here we go, Speedy with his last best chance. He's dumping the ERS. He's flying into P1.
Orlando's just gonna have to see position for now. Speedy's really charging the battery, and they make a bit of contact. Going to turn 4 now. The right-hander, tricky traction zone, going up the hill. Orlando's gonna have the DRS. Second to last time that he has this opportunity. Pulling alongside, showing his hand, but he doesn't go for it. These two guys really fighting for the lead tonight. It's between these two now. Orlando had it sealed. Speedy trying to steal it from him with an opportunistic safety car coming towards his way. Everybody getting on the soft tires. It's only got half a lap to go now. And Sean calling that Speedy made a smart move to not go for it on the previous lap and go for it on the final lap. Did he save enough ERS now? It's a long final run to the line without DRS. Did he have enough ERS to go for it? You can see Orlando is charging throughout this whole lap. He knows what's ahead of him. We're coming to the final corner on the track, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an eventful Portuguese Grand Prix. Is it going to be Speedy? Is it going to be Orlando? A drag race to the line. I think it's going to be Speedy winning the Portuguese Grand Prix. Orlando taking P2, M1K in P3. This championship is heating up week in, week out. And look at that, actually. M1K did take a penalty, so he is dropping down off the podium. There's Tin Man in the top 3. DK P4, M1K in P5. As it shakes out there. Tin Man with back-to-back podiums, taking one from Stewart's room last week, getting it on track this week after in-game penalties. Tremblay, what a finish, and what a prediction there, saying Speedy making a smart move there to stay behind. Doesn't go for the move on the final, second to last lap, but on the final lap.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that the lap beforehand when you were talking about how he may have the chance if DRS comes out, but yeah, no, great decision on his part, but final 4 laps were unreal.
Yeah.
They were on it the whole time.
Safety car spiced it up for us, and unfortunately for Orlando, he had control of that one, but it was an exciting finish to the race. So, and like I said, an exciting prospect for the championship now, really tightening up. CZG Speedy taking one of those, a few points off those ahead of him. So, yeah, Tin Man also. That's going to be really interesting. Orlando closing in on M1K, but that is your top finishers for tonight. I'm trying to get the scroll down. We got Speedy, we got Orlando, Tin Man, DK, M1K, Hysteria, Meta, Red Arrow, AO, and Chimin. That's your top 10 for tonight. Thanks everybody for joining us for the broadcast. We got interviews coming up. Thanks Sean Boy for helping me out. We'll see you next week. Obviously you won't be joining me in the interviews, but yeah, thanks everybody in the chat. Catch you all next week.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest of speed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just here getting ready for some interviews. Got a few drivers joining us now. What is up? What is up? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, we got Speedy in here. All right, perfect. Not one joining. Perfect, perfect. All right, so we'll get started here. Welcome everybody that has joined so far. I'm not sure if our last podium finisher is going to be joining the booth, Orlando, tonight, but we'll get started with our P3 finisher, Tin Man the Rowdy, getting his second podium 2 weeks. Congratulations, good sir. Welcome to the interview booth.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Let's get started then. Not really remembering too much about your race, except for when you and Red Arrow were battling there. Both of you hadn't pitted yet, but you're kind of battling for P1 in the race on track. And then it seemed like at that moment you're kind of hoping for a safety car. It didn't come out at the optimal time, but it kind of came out at a time that worked for you because everybody else, they had teammates out there that you're behind the duos of and having to wait for extra pit stops, extra slow pit stops. You just jumped ahead of a few cars there through the final pit sequence and off you were. Talk us through a bit of that craziness there when the safety car came out.
Well, honestly, I didn't even know what I was doing because when I got home from where I was at today and I got on to practice, I realized I didn't even have a setup for this track when I've got setups for everything else. So I'm like, oh crap. So I just put one in and got 15 minutes of practice and just hope for the best. As far as the safety car, I didn't know what to do for that. I didn't know if I should go in or not because the softs that I went to were used, but I hoped they weren't as bad as what I was on because they were at 16 to 17%. And I knew everybody else was going to go in for a newer compound, whether it be softs or mediums or whatever. But I put those on, they were only 3% orange, so I figured I had a decent chance. I was going for a podium, that's what I wanted. It was a little bit harder to get than I thought, but then that dude in front of me got that penalty, so that helps.
Yeah.
But I think it was DK. I was really, really, really worried about him because he was coming strong.
Definitely, yeah. It was kind of a very exciting finish to that race, and all those penalties, like you said, had a M1K getting a penalty ahead, Meta having one as well. Um, we were talking between a couple of the guys I've been streaming with. Love to see, there's 3 teams in the fight right now. Like kind of each one of the drivers have put their name in the hat for the drivers, not only the drivers but the constructors as well. Looking for other people to join that fight. Looks like you and Meta seem to be the other 2 wild cards here. What do you think is possible here in AM2 this season?
I really don't know. My season started off kind of poor because I had started a new job and it interfered with the times. But I ended up getting a job somewhere else, so that's why I missed the first race, and I think I missed the second one too. I can't remember. And then that one podium finish I got, but because of some lag issue, it got results were pushed back or something from a different previous point. And I was like, I went from points to no points. I'm like, but I get it, I understand. But constructors, I don't know. My teammate's been having really bad luck. For some reason, his internet's been acting really dumb recently. He usually never has an issue, and he has been recently. He's honestly a really good dude. I've heard you guys talking about it, wondering why I picked him, not Whit Jay. Well, your answer is I raced with him in other leagues. We got constructors together. He got a drivers, and I knew nobody would pick him because nobody knew him. So I
Oh.
wanted him to get like a resume, so to speak, with everybody. So next season maybe people will like him. But his internet is not really showing what he's got. But he's definitely very, very good. He's a good driver, every
There you
bit
go.
my pace, give or take. Whit Jay, still love him to death. We talk every single race and parties. So I mean,
There you go, man. Yeah,
Whit Jay's still my homie for sure.
I love to hear that. I'm glad that there's hasn't been a falling out between you two. But yeah, that was gonna be my next question. You read my mind. So I mean, I think that's gonna be all from me. Sean Boy is pieced out of the podium, so he's got no questions tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Great race. Congratulations on the back-to-back podiums. We'll see what you can do in
Absolutely.
the final one before Christmas break, Baku next week.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I like the track. I'm not excited for Castle because it's you never know what'll happen there. You could be perfect, but another guy tries to squeeze you too wide, which is not smart. But hey, people do what you got to do, and if you want to do it, then do it. Just don't kill me.
Yeah, exactly. If it fits, it fits. Yeah. We'll see you next week, man. Good luck in that one, and yeah, thanks for joining.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on now. I don't think we've got Orlando. Let me just triple check here, but believe Orlando has not joined us tonight. P2 finisher. Congratulations to you, sir. Making a bit of inroads on your championship fight against M1K tonight. So good to see that. Congratulations. I'm sure you would hope more, but we've got to move on to the leader now, and I'm sure this win is going to be ever so sweet because last week a bit of a crazy one to take it away from him. We're going to be checking in now with the winner of the Portuguese Grand Prix, Speedy Bullet. Congratulations, sir. Uh, Triumphant win there. A little bit of a luck from the safety car, but hey, you had a bunch of bad luck last week with the weather, so I'm sure this one feels really good.
Oh man, oh good. It's a relief, but it's definitely a relief. I had bad luck since AM3. I've been trying to chase this win since AM3. I had a win, I guess, but it got taken away from me, so it really wasn't a true win. But this one, hopefully, I think it's gonna be my official win of my first win of COS. So I'm definitely
Let's go.
ecstatic for that.
Congratulations. Yeah, honestly, I would have thought that you would have taken a win by now, but yeah, first win in cost. Congratulations, taking it in Portimao. I'll give you a clap for that one. But yeah, really awesome job. What did you think that any chance after that safety car came out, you were like, okay, this might be on net still?
Uh, Honestly, no, because I hate this track. I really hate this track. I always since 23, I just couldn't get a hold of this track in the race. But today, I just like the practice I had from last night and today, I just felt good. I was like, okay, well, maybe I can do a little something. But I ain't let's not have no high hopes. So I came in, just like I do every race, just seeing what I can get. I appreciate my teammate definitely today. He definitely played the team game for sure. He was the reason why I was like really chasing, like chasing to try to get second or whatever. Uh, we had a crazy double stack that it kind of pushed us back a little bit, couple pushed him back. But he sacrificed it for the team, and good things happen. So I appreciate him for that.
100%. Yeah, definitely a team effort tonight, and you guys, one of the teams that are in the mix for constructors. I'm just gonna pull up the points right now. Let me take a look. Constructors, there we go. So you guys were 30 points behind McLaren tonight, but I think that you, Chipman took a penalty and you beat Orlando. So see how much that closes in. But looks like you're like one of the three main teams in the fight for the constructors going in the last race before the season break. What do you think is gonna happen in Baku?
Uh, Honestly, I like Baku. It's one of them nice flowing tracks. If you hook, you hook. But if you mess up one turn or anything, your race can go to shambles. But if we can, like keep clean and keep our heads down and stuff, I think we can, get some good points out of there. Maybe not a win, but some good points for sure.
Definitely. Hopefully some good points for Sauber next week. And yeah, like you said, it's a tricky track with the at monster straight, but also such the really tight sections throughout the rest of the track where you wish that you had the downforce, but you need to shave it off for that long straight. So I'm excited. Should be a good one. We'll see what Sauber can do next week. Congratulations once again, Speedy, on your maiden win.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for the broadcast tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank my co-commentator as well, Sean Boy, who's jumped off for the night, but I want to thank him for joining us again. If you're looking for more contest to speed action, that's going to be tomorrow afternoon if you're in North America, or at night if you're in Europe. That's 9 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. Eastern for Europe 1. I don't know why I said it like that. But they're racing in Portimao, so is AM1 tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to catch AM2 again next week, that's going to be Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's kind of the mid-season finale, I guess you could say, before we go on a bit of a Christmas break. We're off to Baku for the final race of the season. Kind of strategically placed that one close to the break so the stewards can have plenty of time to deal with all the incidents that we're going to see. I'm sure it's going to be pretty hectic. So, if you want to join us for that? Check that out.
If not, join the Discord, join the league, get some racing in. Yeah, we will see everybody next week. Peace.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.